So you walk out the door on a Monday morning and it's raining. Boring, in fact. You have an early morning meeting and the desk is piled with unfinished work and you're rubbing your head just thinking about it. And then you lose your balance and you fall down into a pile of mud. And you try to move your legs, but you're stuck. It's Monday morning, it's pouring with rain, you're going to be late for your meeting, you're probably going to lose this client, and you're stuck in the mud. Stuck. How do you react? Do you laugh at yourself? Do you swear or curse? Do you scream for help? Or do you melt down and cry because seriously, why is this always happening to me? Are you playing the victim? No, you're not the victim. You are living the life like everybody else. You're on your way to your default future. The only question is, what is your mud?
We all live our future from the reference from our past. It's just the way that it works. Our brains are pattern seekers. It will always go back to what we know. We don't like the unknown. It makes us feel uncomfortable and anxious. So the brain is looking for old patterns that we know. Let me explain to you how your default way of living works. From the day that you were born, your lifespan is most probably until the age of 80. But the default future starts between the age of 24 and 30. This is when your brain is fully developed. And then how fulfilled is your life? How happy are you? Are you content with your life year after year, living in a straight line on your way to your default future? This is where we live according to our values, our convictions in life. You're living your core self, which means we all live from our past. That is just how it is. So where do our highs come from? What do we tell ourselves to feel a little better? If I get married, I'll be happy. Or, if I can land that job, I'll be happier. If I can get more money, then I've made it. What happens in our brain? We go up a little just to come right back down again to our default line every single time. It's not difficult to know what your default future is. If I asked you at the age of 40, what are your frustrations? What are your dreams? What do you battle with? And then I ask you again in 2 years' time, what are your dreams? What are your frustrations? What goals didn't you reach in the past 2 years that you've set for yourself? What is your relationship like from 2 years previously to now? I can draw a straight line and I can predict fairly well where you'll be in the next 5 to 10 years. You'll be stuck with the same issues, the same frustrations, living a straight line. All we're doing in the meantime is looking for external things to be more happy. And why is this? It's called our state of being. So what is your state of being? Well, this is who you are. These are my values. These are my perceptions. These are my convictions. These are my talents. And these are my frustration levels. Now this is pretty fixed. This is who you are, your core self. And how does it look to be your core self? That is to live what I know my convictions are. I can actually speak it. I can live it. So when you know your values, your convictions, your needs, and you live it, that is your core self. So how do we break through from living a straight line? How do we get out of this? How do we change our lives from a default future? We need a goal or a dream. When was the last time that you've set yourself a goal? Or have you stopped dreaming altogether? Sometimes we need something bigger than just ourselves. And then I need to find the help from someone to tell me what must change in me as a person, in my values, in my convictions, in my self-image, in my needs, in my core self. What must change here so that I can get here?
So what is your mud? Where are you stuck? What is holding you back from living? And I mean really living. Is it your work, your business keeping you prisoner day in and day out with little money to show for it? Are you getting paid enough for the work that you do? Why can't you shake off those extra kilos? How's your weight affecting your thoughts about yourself, your self-image? Are you struggling to come to terms with losing a loved one or finding new love? How obsessed are you really about it? We all live a default life. Living a default straight line life is easy. Isn't it time for a real breakthrough that'll make the change permanent, starting with your brain?
On what level is your mud? Are you in the green? You can sleep it off and wake up refreshed. Or are you in the red, fight or flight stage, feeling the stress in your body, having tension headaches, a sore back and shoulders, eyes twitching? Or are you in the survival states? I want to get in my car, I want to drive away, and I hope that nobody finds me, ever. You can book a neuro coaching session with me. The first session is free, and let's evaluate your current state of living and where and how we can make a breakthrough permanently using your brain.